All right. So going forward, we are going to be inviting our second speaker. I don't know if she's ready, Miss Ijoma Dicta.
Yes, she has been with us.
Oh, wonderful. I'm
Yep.
very privileged to anchor an event where Miss Ijoma Dicta is speaking. I think this is the second time. Hello to you, Ma. I celebrate you, and I'm delighted to I'm delighted to host you again. Thank
Thank
you for joining us. So everyone, if
you.
you are watching this, we are making so much progress, and I hope that you are enjoying it. Let us see your comments in the comment section. So I want you all to meet Miss Ijoma Dicta. She is a book consultant, and I've had most of my friends who have published books. They've often told me they've often written about her. I've read her magazines, and she is the founder of the Creative Writers and Influencers Network, Siwin. And I think I belong to that community. The community is a community of over 70,000 people. I belong to that community, and I've gotten so much value. I've been impacted by the work she's doing. Most of my friends are her mentees and people that have gained so much value. She has won several awards across the country, both locally and internationally. She has consulted for international authors. She's a very powerful person, and I feel very privileged to sit under her tutelage today again. So with a round of applause, you can drop your favorite comments in the comment section, your favorite emoji, as we welcome Miss Ijoma Dicta. A round of applause for her, please. All right.
You're
Miss,
welcome.
you're welcome, Ma. So, Miss Ijoma Dicta, we have allocated 15 minutes to you. We will learn that you have something important to share with us about Obioma's book. So we are listening, and we are hungry to feed from your table today. The floor is yours, Ma.
All right. Thank you so much, Precious. Thank you. I was very sincere that you are doing a great job, especially with moderating. I think, yeah, this is the second event
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I'm attending that you're moderating and you do it so seamlessly, so effortlessly. Well done.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So the next person I want to also give a shout out to is Obioma. So Obioma is a very fantastic writer and author. And I'm excited about her book. And one reason I'm so very excited about her book is that I am a proponent of honor your father. If you have followed me over the time, you will know that I'm one person that gives a shout out. I don't usually do public shout out for my family members, but hey, whenever it's Father's Day, I just feel like I just need to put it out there because most times people don't come to understand how much honor and value we place on people, maybe because we're not really talking about them on social media, or maybe we're not really giving them a shout out and all of that. But I'm a very big proponent of fathers. And I'm one person, I will always say, I don't have a perfect father. I don't have I'm not a perfect person, but I understand who my father is and what his role has been in my life, right? And that's why I'm excited about her book. I feel so excited about people that honor their parents, people that, in all levels, are able to tell how much value they place on their family, especially their parents. And yes, because one important thing I've come to understand is that you cannot do without your parents. It's a normal thing, except your parents have maybe doing things that are going to hamper on you, people things that are going to make you feel that you're not moving ahead. But if the reason you feel you cannot celebrate your parents is because they don't have money, which I know is something I'm going to also talk about today, or maybe they are not like your friends' parents, or maybe they are not, a whole lot of things that make people feel that they should not talk about their parents. But this is me going to say today, the fact that you have a father is everything. There are a whole lot of people that they were born, they never knew their fathers. They never knew their fathers. Even till adulthood, they don't know their fathers. But if had the opportunity of living some years with your father, and if your father is still alive, I'm admonishing you today to honor your father. Honor your father. And yeah, the reason is this. So a whole lot of persons feel that fatherhood is just about answering the name father, or maybe just having a father, all of that. And that's why that circle keeps going. We have a circle of young people who do not have access to what fatherhood really is, and they did not get to see how much of a responsibility a father gives to the society. They don't even get to see how much responsible their fathers are. And that is why when they go into their own families, they get to experience that same thing. They are tied into that circle of nonchalancy. They are tied into that circle of irresponsibility, because what they saw from their own fathers were things that made them feel that, why should I honor my father, or why should I do this for my father? Forgetting that this is a problem. When you carry such thing into your own family, it becomes a problem for you, because this time around your children now gets to see you from that angle of, why should I also honor you? Because of a truth, they can't honor you because you are carrying that past. There's a burden you've carried from what your family did to you, or what you think your father did to you, into your own family, into your own, primary family. And then you end up not living out responsibly. So they are people that feel that their fathers hurt them, are people that feel that they should not honor their fathers, especially if your father is alive. I want to speak to you today. If you know your father is alive, and maybe the reason you feel you should not honor your father is he did not allow you to do this, or most of these fathers, they do not know what you know. And it's okay. They are acting based on ignorance. They don't know what you know. They don't know why you are being pushed. They don't know why you are going on that path. Everybody is doing this particular kind of job. Why are you not going on that same path? They don't understand. It is your job to push ahead and show them reason they should trust you. It is your job. And that is why, as much as you can, if you can leave, it's better you leave, build yourself, and come back to them. But if you cannot leave, it is also very important that you build yourself so that they can see the results. I will give you an instance. I am the first child in my family, and I grew up knowing that, I loved my father. I saw my father go the extra mile for us. I come from a very middle class family. I don't have the opportunities a whole lot of people have, right? But I think one of the things that helped me was, first off, I am very content. I'm one person that if I have 1 naira today, I'm very okay with the 1 naira I have until I can increase that amount of money. And so it was very easy for me to come to terms as regards the social class of my father, as regards the social class of my family, because first off is that understanding that you need. That is what you need first. A whole lot of people, you hate your fathers because you feel they did not get what you want. They are not powerful, they are not rich. That's the reason you hate your father. They cannot afford to give you the kind of life you want. And then you go with that baggage. You go with that baggage, and then you always blame them. You're like, the reason I'm where I am today is because my father did not do. I saw something the other day that said that if you were poor, and the poverty, if you feel that poverty is from your father, that the moment you get to 30, you are the cause of your own poverty. And I think I agree with that. The reason is this: a whole lot of people are carrying baggages. You're carrying problems, you're carrying pains. You feel your father should do something for you. Your father did not do it. And then you are angry. Now, your anger is not pushing you to go and do better. Your anger is pushing you to stay in one place and complain. Keep giving excuses. How then can you tell your own children that these people, that I did not come from a very rich family, I did not come from a high place family, but I also worked to give you, opportunities that you are enjoying now. Okay, so my point first are to people that their parents are alive. and you feel the reason you don't want to honor your parents are because of what they're not agreeing with you on something. They don't want you to go on a particular path. Most of them are giving that advice based on their level of information. Based on their level of information, it is very important that you step ahead and help them understand why they should trust you. You know, it's funny, but I think when I came back after my education, and then one of the questions I got asked was, are you going to get a job? And I'm like, I already have a job. Why should I get a job? And everybody just shut up. Nobody told me any other thing again. And, you know, and the reason they did not was that they saw me working on something. They see me work. They see me take, you know, travel for events. They see me do what I do. They see me write books. They see me do what I do. And so they're able to trust the process for me. It's one thing to say you are, okay, for instance, your parents want you to go on a particular path and you want to go on path B, but you on path B, you are not doing anything. You on path B, you are not showing them anything that, you know, that makes them trust that you know what you're doing. Your parents have spent a lot of money training you. They want you to become useful to them. And so if you decide to go on path B instead of path A that they want for you, it is important that you make this effort to get them to trust you. Let them trust your process. Let them see you doing this thing. I can't trust you. For instance, as a person, I can't even trust you when you tell me that you are just hopeful. I keep saying one thing, hope is not a strategy. If you say you are just hopeful that you are going to become XYZ, you are just hopeful you are going to be, hope is not a strategy. I am not trusting you. I need to see you do the work. I need to see you step out every day, pushing out for your goal. I need to see you pushing to get your parents, trust the process, get your guidance, trust you on that process. And that is what responsibility is. Own your responsibility. Know that this is what you have to do for your parents. They have trained you to the best of their capacity. It is your job to help them trust you on that process you're going now. Okay? And then another thing again, for people that are thinking that, okay, because I just don't want to, I don't want to honor my parents because of something they have done to me in the past. I just want you to, you know, come to terms with reality. Come to terms with reality. There is nobody that is not being hurt. There is nobody that is not being hurt. And as much as you can, learn to forgive yourself first. See, you cannot forgive others if you don't forgive yourself. You need to forgive yourself because you allowed such things to happen to you. You need to forgive yourself because you were not knowledgeable enough to take the best decision as at the time that thing happened to you. Forgive yourself first. If you forgive yourself, it's easier for you to forgive your parents. It's easier for you to forgive your father. Okay? And then finally, what I also want to talk to is to fathers. I know my audiences or the audiences here might not be really, you know, fathers that have raised children to adulthood. I'm not talking to fathers who have maybe little children that are growing up, and then people who are also moving into fatherhood. It is your responsibility to give the very best to your children. See, I know a whole lot of narrative have been, you know, drawn, especially on social media. I am a core traditional person. I know what the responsibility of a father should be. It is important that you stand in the gap. As a father, you are a priest. As a father, you are a teacher. As a father, you are a leader. As a father, you are a helper. As a father, you are a guardian. It is your responsibility to meet up to these roles. Don't allow social media disrupt your thinking, especially young people. You know you are going to become a father someday. I'm speaking to you today. Don't allow social media to disrupt your thinking. A whole lot of narrative is being shared on this space. And then you feel that, okay, because everybody is saying, father should not do this, and then you grow with that mentality. Have a mind of your own. I used to tell people that if you talk to me today and tell me what is my 10 years going to be like, I will tell you exactly what my 10 years is going to be like. And yes, I'm going to tell you how my family is going to be, how my children will be, and all of that. And the reason is this: I have a mind of my own. With all the whole narrative being drawn on social media, I know what I want. And that is also the same thing that applies to fathers. You should know your responsibility, know what you need to do to ensure that your family is going to become the very best. The reason we have children that are failing in the society, the reason we have children that are losing their path in the society, children with low self-esteem, children that don't know their path again, is because we have fathers that are not keeping up to their responsibilities. I know sometimes this might not be true, but I'm very sincere that 90% or so are because their fathers are not keeping up to responsibilities. And it is very important that you stay connected to the life of your children. Connect to them. You have talked about your father. Your father did not do. It is your turn now. Will you carry that same thing into your own family? Your father raised a broken child. Will you raise a broken child? I'm always a proponent of break the circle today. My point has always been break that circle, break that circle. If you know something that your parents did to you, that you would not like, you don't like for yourself, please break that circle and ensure you don't do it to your children. A whole lot of children are being, born into families that have broken parents, parents that have not healed from their past. And you don't want to be that kind of thing to your children. You don't want your children to fall into a situation where, you are just there. You are answering the name father. You are answering the name father. And then finally, I'm going to be speaking to young ladies. Me, I cannot speak and I will not talk to everybody. I'm going to speak to young ladies today. The best gift you can give to your children is the gift of a great father. I want to say it. I'm being very loud about this now. The best gift you can give to your children is the gift of a best father. A best father is not the one you say you are because you're falling in love. You don't have sense again. You don't know when there are red flags. You don't know things that are, these things are there. I feel that a whole lot of problems that are happening in some homes, these red flags were there, but you got your, everything, your thinking faculty was being beclouded by love. I understand you are falling in love, but it's very important that you stand in love too. Not for yourself, but for the sake of your children. For the sake of your children. The best gift you can give to your children is the gift of a great father. And that's why I think even before I honor my father, I honor my mom very well. My mom is no more, but every day I keep saying some words of blessing as though she's still alive, because I believe that for me to have a great father, she went the extra mile to make a very best decision, as regards who she calls her husband. Because, yes, the truth is, I believe as a young maiden, she had a whole lot of suitors coming aboard, rich people. My mom was very beautiful. She's very beautiful. So I believe there were a whole lot of people that had the money and everything that were coming on board, but she was more futuristic about who our children are going to call father. And I believe that is more reason I think I honor her. She is almost 9 years that she's no more, but I honor her presence. I honor everything about her, because my being able to celebrate my dad and honor my dad in the way I honor him is because my mom made the best decision. So if you're a young lady, I want you today to make the best decision to give your children the best father. And finally, God is raising the best of his sons for you. Don't choose anyhow. Don't choose anyhow. Thank you so much. And I think that's where we're going to call it a wrap for today. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Miss Ijoma Dicta. I actually came to Madrid, but I think I'm being schooled here. I have learned so much. I have learned so much. There has never been a time when I listened to you and I didn't learn or came across, I can never exhaust the wealth of knowledge that comes from you. You are amazing. You are phenomenal. And I'm delighted. In fact, I'm privileged to be connected to you, because everything that I do always leads me to where, you know, I can connect to you again. So thank you so much for all that you do for us, for all that you do for the young people, the creative writers and influencers network, for all of us young people. You've been a shining light, and your light will never go off. Your light will never go out. You will continue to burn and shine. Thank you for, you
Thank
know, for
you.
leading the path. God bless you.
Thank you so
So
much.